Iran entered a new and dangerous phase, intensifying attacks on U.S. military installations in the Middle Eastern region. A fresh wave of strikes under what Tehran calls Operation True Promise 4 is now targeting American-linked assets across land and sea. Iran's powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, claimed major strikes in the fifth wave of Operation True Promise 4, hitting multiple American-linked targets across the region. According to Iranian sources, 4 drones struck an ammunition-carrying vessel near the Jebel Ali anchorage in the Indian Ocean. The attack quickly resulted in explosions, leaving the ship disabled, they claimed, without sharing any proof. Iran also claimed it hit a U.S. military installation in the Abdullah Mubarak area in Kuwait with 4 ballistic missiles and 12 drones. The IRGC said the American forces sustained extensive damage and casualties. Iranian Qadr 380 missiles hit a fuel-carrying combat support vessel supplying U.S. naval forces in the Indian Ocean, according to the IRGC. There is no independent confirmation of this alleged attack. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has issued its starkest warning yet, declaring that Iranian forces will keep the gates of hell open. This signals that Tehran is preparing for a prolonged confrontation. From the Gulf to the Indian Ocean. Following Iranian state television's confirmation of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's death, the IRGC unleashed a chilling warning for Israel and the U.S. It says the most ferocious offensive operation in history is coming. Iran appears determined to widen the battle as it faces an existential war.
Iran's powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps unleashed a chilling warning. What it calls the most ferocious offensive operation in history is coming. The threat is aimed squarely at Israel and U.S. bases and allies across the Middle East, following Iranian state television's confirmation of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's death. In a fiery statement, the IRGC vows revenge against the murderers of the man it calls the Imam of the Ummah. It declares that the hand of revenge of the Iranian nation will not let go, promising a severe and decisive punishment. The Guards, along with Iran's armed forces and the vast Basij militia, say they will continue Khamenei's path, crush internal and external plots, and deliver what they describe as a lesson to aggressors. Iran's cabinet reinforced the message, warning that this great crime will never go unanswered. As fury builds, a constitutional mechanism kicks in. A temporary governing council has been immediately formed after Khamenei's reported killing. Enshrined in Iranian law, the body includes the sitting president, the judiciary chief, and a cleric selected through the Guardian Council and Expediency Council framework. Reformist President Masoud Pezeshkian and hardline Judiciary Chief Gholam Hossein Mohseni Ejei now sit at the helm during this volatile transition. Meanwhile, the powerful assembly of experts is legally required to move as soon as possible to appoint a new supreme leader, a decision that could redefine Iran's future direction. According to multiple U.S. sources, Israel and the United States waited for a rare, high-value opportunity, a meeting of Khamenei with his top advisors. Intelligence reportedly tracked 3 such gatherings. When confirmation came that the Supreme Leader was convening his inner circle at a secure compound, the operation was set in motion. The strike was launched in broad daylight, unusual and bold. More than 550 munitions, 30 bombs, on more than 500 targets were dropped, according to reports. Israeli officials claim Khamenei was killed alongside senior figures, including Ali Khamenei and Mohammad Pakpour, a senior IRGC commander. A senior Israeli source says the body of the supreme leader was later found.
We began the operation exploiting an operational window, when we simultaneously attacked two separate gatherings of senior officials and the Iranian terror regime. The first gathering of officials, which we attacked, convened at the Defense Council complex in Tehran. It cannot be confirmed that in this attack, several senior officials of the Iranian terror regime were eliminated, including Mohammad Pakpour, commander of the Revolutionary Guards, Saleh Assadi, senior intelligence officer of the Supreme Headquarters, Aziz Nasirzadeh, the Iranian Minister of Defense, Hossein Jabal Amalian, Reza Masafarinia, the chairman of the Shpana organization who is responsible for overseeing the military defense industries, Ali Samkhani, the former chairman of the Shpana organization who also serves as Khamenei's advisor for security affairs and the secretary of the Defense Council, and Mohammad Shirazi, who has been the head of Khamenei's military office since the year 1989.
U.S. President Donald Trump declared that intelligence pinpointed Khamenei's movements with precision. In a statement, he said the Iranian leader was unable to avoid highly sophisticated tracking systems, adding that there was nothing he or other targeted leaders could do once the operation began. In a dramatic and meticulously timed operation, Israel and the United States launched a sweeping military strike on Iran just as Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was meeting his closest advisors. Multiple U.S. sources say confirmation of that high-level gathering set the joint air and naval assault into motion, a calculated bid to strike at the very core of Iran's power structure and eliminate its supreme leader before he could disappear into hiding. According to Israeli officials, Khamenei was killed alongside several top lieutenants, including top advisor Ali Khamenei and Mohammad Pakpour, a senior commander within the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Iranian sources told Reuters that Khamenei had convened a crucial meeting on Saturday with Khamenei and senior official Ali Larijani at a secure location shortly before the first explosions erupted. A senior Israeli official later claimed that Khamenei's body had been located following the strikes. U.S. President Donald Trump declared on his Truth Social platform that American intelligence had precisely tracked Khamenei's movements. He asserted that Iran's top leader was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems, emphasizing that working closely with Israel, there was not a thing he or the other targeted leaders could do to escape. U.S. officials suggest the strike had to eliminate Khamenei at the outset to preserve the element of surprise, amid concerns that any delay might allow him to retreat into fortified underground networks. Sources reveal that Khamenei had initially been expected to hold the meeting later in the evening in Tehran. However, Israeli intelligence reportedly detected an earlier Saturday morning session, prompting planners to accelerate the timeline. Within hours, coordinated strikes pounded strategic locations across Iran. Among the first targets was Khamenei's high-security compound in Tehran. Satellite imagery later reviewed by Reuters confirmed that the compound had been reduced to rubble at the beginning of the operation.
To the great nation of Iran, it is with immense sorrow and profound grief that we announce that the lofty spirit of the esteemed leader of the great nation of Iran and the revered vanguard of the Islamic Ummah, His Holiness Imam Khamenei, has, by partaking of the sweet nectar of martyrdom during the blessed and holy month of Ramadan, ascended to the highest realms of the divine, joining the eternal abode of the righteous.
Meanwhile, before an internet blackout took effect, videos circulated online shared by Iranian diaspora outlets appeared to show groups of Iranians celebrating in the streets following Israeli and U.S. strikes on key military and government targets, killing Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. The military action has thrust the Middle East into an alarming and unpredictable new chapter. Iran has already launched retaliatory attacks against Israel and nearby Gulf Arab states, escalating fears of a broader regional war.
Intelligence sources told CBS News that as many as 40 senior Iranian officials may have been killed in the strikes, though Tehran has yet to confirm the full extent of the casualties. Even before the assault, U.S. intelligence assessments warned that the removal of Khamenei could open the door for hardline factions within the IRGC to consolidate power. With no clear succession plan publicly outlined and tensions surging across the region, the aftershocks of this high-stakes operation are only beginning to unfold. The balance of power in the Middle East now hangs in the balance as the world watches for Iran's next move.